증류 방식을 통한 담수, 폐수 정화기계 SMVR을 생산하는 주식회사 두원티이지입니다. 네, 발표는 영어고요. 여러분 큰 박수 부탁드리겠습니다.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? These three pictures you've just seen have something in common. Can you tell me what it is? Water. Right, the water. These days, water is becoming too polluted, wasted, and in some places, it's too scarce. We used to think water is a permanent resource. We think it's everywhere, and it seems plentiful. But is our water supply truly permanent? We could use water itself eternally, but clean, fresh water, we can't. Now, we should think about the ways to preserve and reuse water. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my presentation about Duwon's new product. I'm Marketing Manager at 두원티이지, 두원티이지. Today, I'm going to talk about how to resolve the water pollution and water shortage problem with the cutting-edge new product, the smart, mechanical, vapor recompression distiller. The SMvr is a machine which purifies seawater, river water, and wastewater. Through this machine, the water we couldn't use is turned into clean, usable water. Aren't you curious how is it possible? Let me explain how it works. The SMvr distiller purifies raw water through a distillation process. First, we boil the raw water with an electric heating system. While the water boils, vapor is emitted. And it passes through a turbo compressor. It has a very high pressure and high temperature. Then it passes through a heat exchanger. The vapor made by boiling water turns into an energy source. Now, the SMvr boils water with this vapor energy, not an external electric heating system. So we don't need heating system anymore. You can save on the cost of it. The high temperature boiled water is distilled, purified, and condensed into liquid water. And that is clear water we can drink or reuse. Right before, we took a look how the SMvr works. Water is boiled, then purified. How simple is that? But it's not the end. The SMvr has four more advantages in addition to its simplicity. First of all, let's see the SMvr's competitive cost. Previously, existing purifying systems were too expensive. That's why we all know industrial wastewater should be discharged after purifying, but many of us have been doing it. From now on, you can lessen this burden. The SMvr costs only 4 won per liter of purified water. It means you should pay only 4,000 won to purify a ton of water. 4,000 won for 1 ton. Wow, that's awesome, isn't it? Please give it applause. But what makes us have this competitive price? The SMvr has high energy efficiency. As I mentioned, it makes energy from vapor and uses that energy to boil the water itself. So, it needs only 50 kilowatts per hour of electricity to purify a ton of water. That is, the cost of using the SMvr is much lower than the others because of its low electricity usage. Also, the SMvr is stronger, yet smaller. To outperform competitors' massive and heavy products, we made half-size model with better performance. We did it with minimized impeller. The impeller is part of compressor. Before we made it, it used to be around 2 meters in diameter. In our new version, it is 0.2 meters in diameter. With our core technology, we made 10 times smaller impeller and it makes it possible to have much smaller product. The biggest advantage of the smaller one is it can be installed anywhere. If you secure a power supply, you can install it in a small or narrow space. Plus, it fits in a 20-feet container size, is easy to transport, not only domestically, but abroad. Lastly, one more thing. What kind of company are we? Du원티이지 is an eco-friendly corporation as we recycle the wastewater by purifying it. So, we don't use any chemical additives in the purifying process because the usage of chemicals could be a secondary pollution source. Our motto is to make quality eco-friendly products. Du원티이지 thinks of our environment first and foremost. Until now, we were looking at how the SMVR works and its various advantages. Now, I'm going to show you what changes does SMVR make. First, factory or domestic wastewater can be reused as industrial water through SMVR's distillation process. In this way, we can prevent the industrial sewage from being discharged into the rivers and save the water used indiscriminately by shops, buildings, and houses. Also, we can restore the dry river in the city. In cities, we draw a great deal of water from rivers, so they're getting drier every year. If we collect the used water and purify it using the SMVR, we can release it into the dried rivers. This process is definitely helpful to protect our rivers and ecosystem. Furthermore, we have overseas branches in Sri Lanka, India, and Croatia to help improve source water quality. With economic growth and industrialization, the water quality of developing countries is getting worse. Also in Europe, there is a lot of calcification in the water, which has negative impacts on our health. The SMVR improves water quality of such countries and also protects people from waterborne diseases caused by insufficient sewage treatment. Our ultimate goal is to make any kind of water in the world to be available and better.
Water. We all need it to survive. So what happens if we don't have it? When Emmanuel and his sister Eunice can't afford to buy water, they collect it from an open irrigation ditch. This water is not just dirty, it's full of rubbish, animal waste and parasites. Every 90 seconds, a child dies from a water-related illness. In fact, diarrhea is the third leading cause of child deaths, most of which are water-related. For children like Emmanuel, clean water changes everything. It means better health, more time in school, improved safety as they don't have to walk long distances alone to collect it, and more opportunities as time and money families.
Today, I discussed the SMVR, how it works, what merits it has, and how it's used to help solve water problems. Purifying water is the key to solving global problems related to water and to reuse our limited water supply. Duon's product will transform your life and the world into a better and healthier place. In closing, I want to say that a small change or action can make a remarkable change in the world. We'll be more than happy if you join us and support our journey. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Marketing Manager at 두원티이지, Huan Eun-ji. Thank you for your attention.